Hi everybody, this is Cindy. Welcome back to Ideas Times 2. I'm so glad that you are taking some time to join us today for a little bit of crafting. Today I found myself with a little bit of extra time. I'm on vacation from work, and even though it's the holidays, I'm not busy this afternoon, and thought I would spend a little bit of time crafting. And I had this idea to do a folder using a large legal size manila, kind of your just standard file folder. And I have not made an exemplar. I've not watched any videos. I have no idea really how this is going to work, except in my head it looks pretty amazing. So I thought we would give this a try. So I don't know if this would be called a tutorial or if it's more of a craft with me while I figure this out. But what I want to do is have a trifold and a flip and some flippies. So I have made some notes, I've drawn some pictures, and I think this is going to work, and it will make a nice size folio that will be about 5 inches wide and 7.5-ish inches tall. And the only thing that you need is a file folder and whatever embellishments you want to do. And I think if you don't have a legal size file folder, you should be able to do this with a regular size file folder. You'll just have to scale it down, scale your measurements back. Even a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock should do the trick. Maybe with adding a few extra flips, but for my purposes today, I thought this would work, and hopefully it does. Fingers are crossed. So I want it to be 5 inches across. The file folder is 14.5 inches. So my center is going to be 5, and my left cover, the cover is going to be from the left, is going to be 5, and then the one on the inside will be a bit shorter because it well, obviously, the file folder is only 14.5 inches wide, but I don't want it to be too wide so that it doesn't close anyway. So I think it's going to work. So what I'm going to do is score on the 5-inch mark, and I do have the file folder closed. I know it's going to score on the other side as well, but that's okay because I need those marks on the other side, and there'll be one that I don't need, but that will be covered up anyway. So I'm going to score on the 5-inch mark, and again on the 5.5-inch mark, because I'm going to have, whoops, ooh, can you see how badly I just went off course there? It's because I'm trying to go through 2 pieces of heavy cardstock at the same time. That's better. Then I'm going to score again at the 10.5. And hopefully that all worked. This will all work at the end. Okay, I think I'm done with the scoreboard. If you don't have a scoring tool, just use a ruler. Rulers work great. Just measure to the 5-inch mark, and then you can put your ruler on where you want to, and then just fold it up. It will all work out. So the next thing I need to do is I'm going to flip it this way, because this is going to be the outside, this is going to be an inside flip. So in order to make sure that I don't forget which is which, let me mark on here in case you need the measurements again. I'm going to score on the 5-inch mark, or 5 inches, and then at 5.5 inches, and then again at 10.5 inches. So now what I need to do is a little bit of cutting And so I'm going to cut on the manufacturer's fold over to the 5.5-inch mark, which I don't know if you can see. It's right there. Then I'm going to go over one more to one of the manufacturer's score marks. And if you're not using a file folder, that would be 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to go over, all the way over to that 5.5-inch mark and just trim that off. I'll trim it a little neater shortly here. And then on the other side, I'm going to not do the same thing, but I'm going to go over to the score mark and then just trim this. I can't quite see it. There we go. Cut this whole piece off, and I'm going to use it. I mean, nothing is going to be wasted here. It's hard to see those lines. The weather today is so overcast, and we're definitely not going to get a white Christmas, but okay, so here's the bottom, this is the top, and on the top I'm going to fold, and using my bone folder, get myself a nice crease here on that 5.5-inch mark. I'm going to burnish that real well. You can see that that other score mark is here. That's okay, because I'm going to cover it. I'm going to embellish it with something. And you can see that this piece is over too far, so you just need to trim it a little bit. I'll grab my paper cutter. And I don't know, that's definitely a full, at least a 1/2 inch. I'll fold this out of the way there. Okay. So this is the basic construction, and then this will fold over on the inside, and then this folds over, and then this is my spine. So that's the basic construction. I don't like my uneven edges here, so I'm going to cut those off. And let's see. And just trim that off, and I think that works. It's a little taller than I was anticipating. It is 9 inches, so it's 9 by 5 by 1/2. Put that away. And everything folded pretty neatly. This in the center, well, everything needs a good burnishing, that's for sure. Okay, I think that worked. Flip, flip, and flip and another flip. And then I think I might want to add a flip over here and a couple of, I don't know, flips here. But this is the basic construction. So what I'm going to do next is take some time, I think I'll do this off screen, to put some background papers on here and kind of get an idea of what my theme is going to be, and then I will be back and we'll kind of finish it together. And so I'll be back in a few. Hi everybody, I am back, and for you it's only been seconds. For me it's actually been a while. I'm obviously wearing different clothes and my nail polish isn't even the same color and it already needs replacing. So the Folio though is what we were working on earlier, and this is the basic folio, and hopefully you've made one and are ready to kind of take it from there. So I'll move that to the side and grab this one, and I have started but not finished the folio, and you can see I've covered the spaces with, not all of them as you can see, with coffee stained paper, and I've started to add some details, but not too many, and I've been making things to go inside pockets and things. And so I thought we would work on this together to finish this up so you can see what the finished product will look like. And so I want to put a button string closure here, and I need to cover this and this with paper, and I've got some tuck spots and cards and things made to start putting in the pockets. But this probably should be the first thing that we do. And move some of my tools off to the side, and I have my crocodile, and I am going to make the buttons. And so I've been trying to use all of the little pieces, leftover pieces, to so as not to be wasteful. And I'm going to, well, as I've been working on this project, I have no idea why, but every little thing that possibly could go wrong has gone wrong. It's been really aggravating, let me tell you. And let's see, I know I have some other scraps. Shoot. I guess I need, oh, this one will work. All right. So to make the button, I'm just going to glue together a piece of the manila folder along with a piece of coordinating cardstock. And if you want to make it a little thicker, a little stronger, you could do a number of layers. You know, I've got just the two. You could make this stronger if you wanted to, but I think it's plenty strong with just the two. So now let's see. Gotta ink the edges. Everything else you can see I've inked along all of the folds and creases where the file folder was visible. And I did that off camera. I know that nobody wants to watch. Anybody spend that amount of time inking corners and edges and whatnot. I'm just putting a circle in the middle-ish. And I'm going to hole punch them at the same time. And I've got a hard time using my crocodile on camera because I can't get it at an comfortable angle. But we do the best we can, right? Oops. Okay. And I have some pink. I was just working earlier and kind of moved things around. When I before I turned the camera on. So now I can't find anything, of course, because it's the way it works for me. I lose everything. I'm losing my marbles today for sure. Okay. And then this will go up here at this funky angle and wrap around. Wrap around a number of times, wrap around back down to the bottom, and I'm going to tie a knot on the bottom just so it doesn't come undone. Oh, I like that. All right, and I've made some things that can get tucked in there. I've pretty much have made things that can be tucked in anywhere, and we'll probably, you know, add a few more embellishments, you know, to these. Probably that. I already have this ready to go. A couple of things just laying around ready to go because I don't know what I want, you know, where I want to use them. I have made a lot of Alice in Wonderland journals, and just sold one yesterday, my latest one yesterday, and this will probably be my last Alice project for a while. And so, so I'm excited to get this done because I want to move on to some steampunk journals next. All right. I want to do another flip, and so I'm going to put this envelope, glue this envelope down. One of the things, especially if you're new to junk journaling and paper crafting, is you kind of have to know where you're going when you start. I'm a teacher, and in education we call that planning by design. Like you know what your end product is supposed to be, so you kind of plan ahead. And so because I wanted this to be a flip, I need this underneath the paper that's going to go here, and so I had to plan. Otherwise, you have to rip paper up or try to cover it up like here. I had put the paper down, glued the paper down, didn't know what I was going to do with the page, and then decided to put this flip on here. And so I had to very carefully edge up from underneath, and I think it turned out okay, but I could have wound up having to take the whole thing off. I have 2 pieces of paper already. That's not the right one. It's this one. Already, and I've sewn all the edges of my paper. If you don't have a sewing machine or you don't like the look, then don't sew. It is entirely up to you. I like to have my edges sewn on my papers, and I have a really nice sewing machine, and I hardly use it for anything anymore other than paper and junk journaling, although I am going to be making a fancy schmancy dress. I just got the pattern yesterday, and I found the fabric I want, but the store had only 4 yards left, and I need 6. I want 7 just in case. I don't know about the edges and fussy cutting, what I'm going to need to do. Okay, so there we go, and there's that, and then I had one more. This is going to flip down, and I have it cut and rounded down here to go this direction. My glue is getting kind of gloppy. It's not coming out real well. I had some nail polish remover down here at my craft desk, and I couldn't find it today. So I don't remember if I ran out or if I maybe dropped it behind my desk, which if I did, it's going to be there a while. Okay, so on this piece, I rounded only just the one corner. If you want to leave your corners square, like I did on this one, you are welcome to leave them square. I've rounded mine just because that is another personal preference. But there we go. This, remember, flips down this way, then this flips in, and then this will flip over, and it's getting there. And let's see, some of the things that I have made. I made this little journal with some of my paper scraps, and that goes in the envelope. Super cute. Let's see. Here's a tuck spot to go right there. I glued and then sewed down a piece of cardstock to a piece of scrap of file folder so that the pocket would be nice and sturdy. Okay. Let's see. These are not quite finished. I don't know what I'm doing with some of those, but for the big pocket, I thought I would make this notebook. And it's just scraps and book pages and some more scraps. And I'm going to put this over the top. I keep losing my scissors. I think I'm going to just quickly baste the paper, and then I'm going to glue this down. Let's see. It's only mid-afternoon, but it sounds like my neighbors are already have already started their New Year's Eve party because, and it's a beautiful day outside, so I don't blame them for wanting to be outside today. Okay, put a smear of glue. paper scrap. Yeah, I don't blame all those guys out there for wanting to be outside, but I still am a little miffed that we not only did not have a white Christmas, it was 50-something degrees outside. And at least the sun is out today, though. The first time the sun has been out for a while. We've had a really long stretch of overcast days. I need to get a new ink pad there. And this can go inside the pocket. Perfect fit. Inside that pocket. I wish these were a little flatter. I think if I just keep messing with them a little bit, they'll stay down. Okay, now let's see. It might be too big to go in that pocket. Let's see. No, I don't think so. Good fit, perfect fit. So I made this card, or this tag, and it's unembellished, but the paper is awfully pretty, and have some extra ephemera, some Tim Holtz ephemera, and a rusty paper clip. So I think that looks good. The front, this middle pocket looks good. That looks good. This is looking good. Let's see. Actually, now that I think about it, this I made to go in this one, but it doesn't much matter, I suppose. And this I know is too big for that one, but I do have a bunch of other little things. Card with a tab. It's another little notebook that can go in there. So I think those look pretty good. And I put some lined paper on this one. And let's see, I made a little cluster. I think I will put on here. And I have a few other things that are done. Yeah, this can slide in there. A couple more tags. And I do want to do something here on the side. And I've got some linen that that much, but let's see. My sweater got stuck, and literally, I swear, everything, and nothing major. I've had no major issues with this project, but everything has been small, like needing to charge my iPad, but I can't find the charger, to knocking the washi tape container on the floor, and it can't just fall on the floor. Now it all has to come undone, or and so there's washi tape all over the floor, you name it. It has gone wrong with this project. It's been really frustrating. Okay. Now I did not put anything on the back to use this as, or to make bookbinding fabric. So hopefully I can do this without having the glue seep through. So nice thin coat. If you don't want to use fabric, you want to use paper, that would be fine. Or if you don't want anything, you want to make, I could easily have made a spine just by, cutting a small piece of coordinating paper. I mean, it's all good. There's so many different ways you could do this project. If you don't want flips, don't add flips. If, I still need to put some pockets, and I'm going to put a side tuck here with a bunch of little things in there, and I need to decorate my front cover. But I think it's looking pretty good. And I think that's where I'm going to stop for today with this project. And I will probably do some kind of just a wrap closure. I don't think it needs anything super fancy, but I think it's turning out really super cute. But this video has gone on longer than I normally prefer. So I think I will say goodbye for today. So I hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas and has a really fantastic 2024. If you are not a subscriber, we would love to have you join us for our regular tutorials and flip-throughs. And if you want to be notified, click on the notification button, the little bell. And, thank you to all of our subscribers for sticking with us the last few years as we built up our numbers and built up our Etsy shop. We really appreciate you so much. So thank you, everybody, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.